Okay, here we go. E major scale. Ready, and. Okay, mine wasn't the worst, but I could definitely do better. Let's do it again right away. There it is. Ready, go. Much better that time. Much better for me anyway. Now let's try see if we can work out the arpeggio. So it's the low B and then the E. Ready? Try it. E. It's G sharp. B. E. G sharp. And 4. Down we go. For me, that was almost a perfect game. I had to pull in the E. Other than that, it went really, really well. So you guys got that figured out now? Let's try tuning it up. There's the B. Ready? Go. Oh. Better? I need to do one more. My high B is just terrible. So let's do some drop downs on the high B. Okay, there it is. One more. No, flat. Better. That's better. Finding a good spot now. Okay, I got mine, I think. Let's try that arpeggio once more. Ready, go. Okay, everybody feeling okay about E? It's not an easy key, that's for sure. It used to be the bane of my existence when I first started playing bars. Because those guys play everything in E. But I'm getting handier at it. The only thing I find about it, like I'm doing much better playing in the key of E and I can improvise around and have a lot of fun, but I hesitate going down to the lower octave. For some reason I tend to spend a lot of time in the upper octave, and I think it's because I'm trying to avoid the G sharp, because this G sharp I'm really used to. We play this one all the time, you know, but this one here we don't play very often, so I feel like I'm avoiding avoidance issues. That's what I'm having with that. Anyway, okay, let's see about this Calliope house. Let's go slow for the tuning. Give yourself a chance to play her nice and tune. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Do it again. One more time. Okay. Problemos? Yes?
So in the on the very last bar of the song, in the second ending, so when you go, I'm kind of playing it, but you're playing it different.
Yeah?
Well, maybe you're putting a jig thing to it.
That's
I'm
it.
doing something different.
No, that's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, okay.
The one thing I'm doing that you might be hearing there is I'm doing this. I'm kind of hanging on that C sharp for too long, and then coming into the E out of it. It's like this. See that? That's kind of, it's an ornament. It's a way to do a double stop. It's kind of, it's a Cape Breton-y thing to do.
It sounds nice.
cool. So what you do is you play the double stop for a little bit too long and then start playing the E. See that? It's really cool. I love it. I do it all the time. You can also do it with the third and with the fourth. Yeah, Joe McMaster, who was at our session on Tuesday there, Natalie McMaster's nephew, he was doing a lot of that. They do a lot of that on the west coast of Cape Breton. All right, anybody else? Any other bits or pieces? The tempo was okay? It worked out okay? That's great. Okay, so I'll tell you what that was. Because we did it 3 times, so that's a reliable tempo for practice. Any guesses?
60.
Okay.
60.
I think 56.
Susan.
Just being.
I'm going 70.
75. Susan wins the prize. So here it is. Well, more like 70 actually. You know what? You're right, Susan. You're on the money, man. Yeah. So that might even be a little faster than what we did. But let's try it at 70, okay? And I'll leave my tuner on so you guys can rely on me, especially with the video afterwards, so you can play along with a reliable tempo. And we'll give it a go at 70, and if we're having no problems, we'll up it one more time. I love this tune too. And I'm glad we're doing it in E, because that's the actual real key for it. People do play it in A, and what we should do is we should go through what you got to do to play it in A. That's all you gotta. That's D. Sorry, that's D. Yeah. That's what key people normally play it in, right? Because E is hard. So it's good to have both. I find it so good to have both. I always try to have a couple of keys for tunes where people do that. Anyway, let's give it a go. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. Okay. find myself playing very lightly when I play this tune in the key of E with lots of bow, and it's just working out really good. Like that for me, that's the way to play this tune. Very, very gently with lots of movement there to get those thin strings kind of consistently moving. Because if you're when you're in the key of E, it's so high pitched already. If you have any little squawks or scratches, it's really like, ugh, you know? There's two ways that the key of E challenges you. That's one way, and the other way is the intonation. And the thing is, the higher up you go, it's kind of more grating when you're at a tune. You know, those high Bs, for instance. So it's good practice. Anyway, how did we do at 70?
Okay.
Yeah? No major disaster areas? Okay, up we go. 75. You can do it. Now here, I'll show you what it's going to sound like. That's not much different. Hey, let's just go on up there to 78.
It's 5 beats per minute different.
It's
Just saying.
You are correct, Elizabeth. That is true. So let's try it like this. That we're going to feel. Okay, we're going to feel that slightly. Let's give it a go. We'll do it 2 times this time. I don't want you guys to die. 1, 2, 3. Good? Everybody looked like they were doing just fine. Excellent. Okay. So I would say 78 for practicing is pushing it a little bit. So I would stick to the 70, try some 75, and then at some point or other during the week, try 85. I'm going to give you an example of what it's going to sound like, and you can go ahead and try it if you want. But I'll just play it once, and if I see everybody's doing good, we could play it twice. But I'll just show you what it's going to sound like. So. There we go. So you did good there, Deborah. So you can do what you can do now is if you're working with the video afterwards, if you do it, try it at the 78 like a bunch of times, and then you can go ahead and have a crack at the 85 and see how you get along. Okay? Very good. Love that tune. Now let's move on to the Drummond Castle. A minor. Love this tune. Nobody ever plays it. I'm trying to get people to play it at the session. Okay, let's give that a go. So we'll try her slow. We don't need to be in a hurry. And let's see where we're at here. We'll try it, say, down at 70. So that's going to be dum-be-dee-day, and just use lots of bow and use the opportunity to tune and try to make the best sound you can. I'll do it 2 times. 1, 2, 3. Questions? Problems?
I have a different piece of music.
Really?
Well, remember when I asked you if I could get a cleaner copy? I got one off the session.
Okay.
But it's a little different. Yeah, it's different than what I have.
This, what I have here, is very clean. Let me show you.
Yeah, you know what? Yours is cleaner than mine. Can you send that to me?
Absolutely.
I have a really marred up one. It's really hard to read.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll stop that. Okay, do this.
So that I got a cleaner copy, but it was a little different.
It's a little different. Okay.
Mine's a little messy too, and
okay.
And I've got it followed by like Lady Anne Stewart Strathspey and a favorite hornpipe.
Oh, that's great tune.
Yeah, that's the one I have, but it's all blurry.
And also on the B part, I think you played this.
Yeah, there's a second ending on it. Yeah, there is a second ending on it. So this is.
Yeah, it was nice how you were playing it compared to.
Yeah, it's Jerry's version, eh? Very nice.
Learn it all over again.
Oh, it's very, very similar. Very small differences. Drummond. There it is. It's a PDF. Yes. Okay. Okay, it's off to you.
Okay, come on. We're up in the north.
Come on, satellite. Now I can just share my screen in the meantime.
Okay. Usually it comes quicker than this.
It'll be there any second. It just has to go to outer space. So, is that easy to see?
Yeah, it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Is it cut off at?
Nope.
Can, you see? Oh, no, there it is. I just had to move the pictures out of the way. Our faces out of the way.
And I'm going to put this metronome now. I don't know if it's going to screw you guys up because it's going to be delayed. But it'll be along with me, so maybe it'll work. Okay, let's try it again. Is that too slow?
No.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it at that.
No, maybe for everybody else it's too slow. But
no, everybody's saying that was good. So let's keep it at that. That's 70, okay? Let's keep it at that. We'll do it a few more times. I love this tune. I never get tired of this tune. All right, I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3. Thinking that the email just came in and people are printing, so we'll just give them a minute. Okay. Did that come through? No? Let's see here. Maybe I screwed something up. Excuse me. DMC fee. That's who I sent it to. Did you get it, Elizabeth? You did. It's great. Okay. Okay, cool. So we'll try her again. Hey Elizabeth, I love that boomerang next to your over your light switch. Is that how you turn your lights off before you go to bed? Like give the boomerang a little whip there, it comes right back to you.
This is my daughter's room. That's like
oh.
He's like from Highland dancing trophies, and a trip to Australia.
Oh wow!
Things. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's neat. Sylvia did not compete in the fesh yesterday, but her friend Nev did. That's Frost's daughter, Nev. I couldn't convince her to compete in the fesh. She said it was too much pressure to do something like that in her birthday month.
Oh, I Amazing.
She took the whole month to get over her birthday, like, you know, and it was an epic birthday. Yeah. But Nev came in 4th and 5th out of like 20 and 25 kids, which is just great. Really good. But Ross was doing the gig with us on Saturday. That's when the fesh was. And he got a text from Suzanne that said, "There's a lot of bitchy faces here." Dance competitions can be like that. Okay, let's try her again. Drummond Castle at the 70. Working it out. Getting used to the key. Trying to stay in tune. It's going to be great. Okay, got my metronome going. Let's do it. One, two, three, go. One more. Better, eh? Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay, any problems? Anything in the way of going a little faster? Okay, I'm going to up the tempo, but I'm not going to tell you by how much. I'll tell you after we're done. Don't count my clicks. I'm going to throw you off with doing all kinds of clicks now. Lots of clicks. You can't keep track. Okay. Okay. So we're here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. pretty good. Yeah. Okay, any guesses?
I'd say 80.
Okay.
80.
Okay, how about you, Elizabeth? What do you think?
76.
All right. 80 is the correct answer, but 76 is a great answer because that's the year that I was born.
Oh gosh, I was born in 56. There's a big difference.
That's when my parents got married, 1956. They got married. They had me 20 years later. You imagine that.
Yeah, I'm from 1953. It just gets older.
Yeah, okay. That's great. So we did lots of good work on those jigs tonight. They're stronger and they're a little bit faster. Now let's see about reels. I'm just going to look at the YouTube channel and see what reels we got going.
So what's our goal for these?
Speed.
No, but what is the goal speed?
Oh, that's a really good question. There's a few goal speeds. There's the dance and tempo. If you were to play for a dance, which is up at like 114 or 120. I was testing there. I played the dance on Friday up in Fergus with my friend Shane, and the collar was first of all there was two collars, and the first guy just did it the old-fashioned way with ladies and gentlemen, right? And it was great. It went really well. And then the next caller got up and says, I'm not going to be referring to them as ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be referring to them as their roles, which is right and left. Complete disaster. It didn't even go. Two of the dances didn't even go. They got to figure out a way to deal with this because it's just not working out. I remember when I did the one at U of T for Frosh Week, and there were several transitioning people there, like the Frosh kids. And so we did have to, make it clear what we were doing. But there was two problems with that dance. The first problem was that the caller was my friend Donna, who is mostly blind. She can barely see anything. She uses a dog and a cane, this woman, right? And she's a good flute player. But then the other problem was that we had to use these gender-neutral pronouns. But she chose to use leader for the gents and follower for the ladies. So she says to a bunch of 20-somethings, or 20-year-olds, or 19-year-olds, who wants to be a follower? Nobody put up their hand. She said, who wants to be a leader? They all put up their hands. So it didn't really work out. But anyway, the first caller was interested in the tempo we were going at because it was a hard dance. And he was surprised the people were able to get through it at the tempo that we did it. And I told him, I said, I think about 114. And he said, oh, that's kind of slow. And I said, well, I'll check. And I checked and it was 130 we were playing. 130 beats a minute, yeah.
Oh, that's not happening.
No, and I don't think it should. That would be if you ever have to play a dance. Like, if you find yourself like in a Northern Irish IRA compound and they're forcing you to play a ceilidh, then maybe you'd have to do it. You know what I mean? But otherwise, I think a good tempo is about 100. And that's for really kind of having a really good time trying to get the groove going or whatever. But I like the stately pace of 90 as well. It's really, really nice. Let me give you an example. I'll show you. It's a great question, though. Like, what's your eventual goal with the tempos? But, the stately pace is what you hear a lot. I hear it a lot. And it's about here. See that? That's 90. It's not fast, but it's got a groove. Or 95. Here's 95. See that? That's a really nice tempo. That's what I kind of play at a lot of the time with the Irish people here in Toronto. Now I'm going to show you the dance tempo, which is 150. Deborah, you were doing pretty good there. You surprised yourself, right?
Yeah, but you know what it is? Like I've been practicing this, and so a lot of the notes are just in my head now. Like I'm playing, I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
The second part, because this is new tonight, that got me stuck. But you got to really know the notes. You can't sight read almost.
You can't read. I call it going faster than your headlights on the skidoo. That's what the Newfoundlanders always talk about. You can't. Yeah, it's really hard. And that's why when I do have to read tunes at speed, I do a lot of glancing. I do a lot of glancing ahead. And, you know, like also I'm used to these tunes. So, and they're 90% first phrase, second phrase, first phrase again. I know that. So if I've read the first phrase, when it comes back around, I don't really need to read it. I just glance. You know what I mean? Those are the ways that I kind of try to deal with it. But you're right. It's much better to know the tune in your head then you don't have to guess what's coming next. Then you can, you know, most people, if they know a tune good enough, they can actually play up there and they surprise themselves, you know? I always say when people are trying to play fast, I ask two questions. What stopped you? What was the first thing that stopped you? And why? Why did it stop you? What can we do to make it so that it doesn't stop you the second time around? See what I mean? So that's what you should always do, because going fast is the canary in the coal mine. Shows up whatever was weakest. Most people find that it shows up when they don't actually know the tune as well as they thought they did. That's what it does for me, always, every time. And last night we were playing a few tunes. We got this new gig where we get to try out new tunes for Turkish people who really don't know the difference. They love the whole thing. And so we're trying out new tunes. And I was finding that myself. It's like we were playing up at tempo and tune that I haven't played for a while or whatever, and anything that made me slip up, it was always because I thought I knew that part, but the pickup note's different than I thought, or the ending note is a little different, maybe two notes, and it's enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it really does help to know what's coming next without a doubt. Now, reels. Let's see what we got. Feel free to yell out titles at me. I'm just looking at our...
I won't yell out titles, but I do want to know, do you have tickets for the Dardanelles this Friday?
No? Oh, are they playing this Friday?
They're playing this Friday, but they're sold out.
Where?
The Bella Vista. But it sounds like it was a sold out show in Marriott Center. And I'd love to hear them play.
Oh.
They're sold out.
The Bella Vista.
Yeah, I know. Some
hotel?
No, isn't that it's a new concert place on College?
I do not know this concert place on College.
Yeah, I do not know. Anyway, I'm looking for tickets. If any come available.
I will keep that in mind. I do occasionally talk to Tom Power. I mostly just text him when I think he's being boring on the radio. And that might not help me get you tickets. But I could give it a try. The Dardanelles at the Bella Vista. Jeez, I haven't been to Tom's session in a long time because my Sundays are just so busy now.
Where is the session?
It's at Dorokio. Noonan's. Yeah. On Sunday. He plays with Patrick Orseau. It's a very good session. The Bella Vista. This is Holy Hearts. Yeah, okay. It says the Bella Vista, 26 Torbay Road, Newfoundland.
Yeah, try the one on 660 College.
Anyway, when I first started, we've always listened to, since I've been married, 20 years now. We were listening to CBC.
Oh, yeah.
I fell in love with Deep Roots. And so, Tom Power's voice, I figured he was like 55, losing, skinny, weathered face. and then he starts being mainstream on CBC, so I look at the picture of him and it's like, oh my God, he could be my son.
He's young. Yeah, he's a young fella.
Nuts. But did they not Like, they're not dragging him out of university to do to do CBC shows.
That type of thing, yeah. They gave him a job. I can't remember who it was that gave him his first job when he was in university, but he's never looked back. He loves it. Except that I noticed there's somebody else doing half of his time slot now.
Yeah, I wonder if he's happy doing all those interviews, because Deep Roots was his thing, but anyway.
He loves interviews. He absolutely loves interviews. Hey, here's a blast from the past. The Bally Desmond polkas. Do you remember those? We could work on those because we could get them fast. No question about it. Now, I'll just take a look at it if I need to send it to you. Okay, I got them here. If anybody needs me to forward it, yeah, no problem. I'm going to do it right now. These polkas are played by everybody. Very, very good to have under your belt. And they're easy. They're tunes that you can get at a decent tempo. Now let's see, because the polkas have to go fast. If you've ever seen the Irish style square dance that they do to it, it's quite fast and furious. But it also, you can play them also at about here. Anyway, so that's, it's not like you wouldn't play that at a Kaylee. They wouldn't be fast enough. But that is about 120. See that? 120. So it's a decent tempo you can get them to. I'm just going to tune up my fiddle here. Okay, shall we? Did you get them, Deborah? No problem. No problemo. Bella Vista in Trattoria. Oh, here we go. I can also just put them on my screen if you want.
Sorry, they're not printing off for me, but you sent 2 of them.
Yeah.
So which one are we doing first?
Number 1.
Okay.
There's 2 of them.
That's odd that it wouldn't print.
Here, I can put it up on my screen, no problem.
It's okay, I can also...
And here, number 2. They're not as good versions, though.
There. I got it up on my screen.
Okay, good. Okay. Oh, that's a great one too. I forgot about that. The Bally Desmond number 3. It's a great tune. Not doing that right now. It's a little played tune. I don't know why. It's such a great tune, but nobody ever plays it. Anyway, so let's start with number 1. Let's go through it and see if there's any problems. Then we'll move on. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, God damn. Okay, here's the right one. Okay, Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, go. One more. Okay, gonna check in. Any problems?
It's so funny.
So? Anybody else? They're not hard. It's not that hard, really. Okay, well, let's try them a little faster then. Just a bit. Jennifer's doing a workout there. I can hear her huffing and puffing. She does the kettlebells, you know? Swinging them around.
I thought she had rehearsal on Monday.
Not this Monday. She's off actually now for a couple of weeks. There's no tuba stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She
terrible
doesn't.
weather. So
Yeah, that's for sure. She doesn't do very well with being off though. She's used to being really busy, and she still manages to be really busy when she's off. Isn't that right, Jane? Okay, a little faster. So we're going to try it like this. It might actually make it easier. 1, 2, 3, go! Excellent. Now let's try the next one, the Bally Desmond number 2. Wallet is poking me. There we go. Oh, whoops. Did the Costco run today. $615. It used to be about $450 for us for about 3 weeks of worth of stuff, and it's gone up to about $615 recently. It's pretty shocking. Okay, Bally Desmond number 2. Now, not fast. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, so not too fast. I think that's the perfect tempo for you. Let's do it. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good, pretty good. Hopefully. Yeah, excellent. Okay, just roll out your shoulders a tiny bit. Let's do it faster. Okay, so let's see. Okay, try it like that. Just a couple times. I know it's getting late. 1, 2, 3. One more. Whew. All right. Look good. Okay, take a few minutes there. We're gonna put them together, and I think we can do it at that speed. I don't think there's anything in the way of that. We'll play them 3 times each because they're short, and it's gonna be awesome. But you might need a little breather because I've been working you hard. That bow has been on the strings most of the night tonight. Less yakky yakky, more playy play.
So speaking of old age, getting out of the tub is getting to be quite tough. So I got a quote today on a step-in tub.
Yeah.
I have no idea how expensive those are. $30,000.
Oh my
I said, pardon me? He made me go through the whole spiel. I said, no way.
Wow.
You can get hurt in the shower too. And I said, no way. I said, that's too much money. That's a car.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Yeah, $30,000.
Wow.
That was with discounts.
Oh my God, I had no idea they were that expensive. Me and Jen.
$6,000-$7,000, but
Yeah, that's what I would think too. Yeah.
yeah, 30,000.
Me and Jen kind of had that in mind with our bathroom. We have a shower stall, a walk-in shower stall, and it's really easy. And her dad, who is 85, and it's got a rainfall shower head. You know, it comes straight down, and there's room you can kind of get out of it if you need to. You know, so we had one of those plastic chairs you get at the healthcare place in there, and he said it was ideal. Just like sit on that chair and do the thing, and then get in the water, and easy to get out. So when me and Jen get old, that bodes well. You know what I mean? Okay, putting them together 3 times each at that tempo. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. right. I have worked you hard enough. That's going to be enough for tonight.
Can you just go over the bowing of in Galley Desmond 1?
Yep.
The last bar of the entire song. What are you doing for bowing there?
Like to turn around to play it again?
Yeah. Well, no. Just I don't seem to be able to fit all those notes in on the bow. Are you back and forth? Are you stringing them together? What are you doing?
The first one you said?
Yeah, on the first one, the second part, the very last bar.
Just straight downy uppy.
Okay.
For the most part, it's downy uppy for polkas. Like even in the second one, there's an up there, up there, but that's it. In the second part, there's an up.
Were you throwing
Sorry.
a little grace note before you turned it around?
To in the first one,
The first one.
I play a G generally, or sorry, a D, and it can be useful, because otherwise you're kind of landing on the E, which is kind of tricky. I mean, you might not wait long enough, basically.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we got a good plan. Aspirational tempos, practicing tempos, and the Bally Desmond we want to get right up there and play them together. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Nighty night.